I woke to my phone lighting up at 2:17 a.m., his Instagram story already open like a blade. There it was, the exact Ritz receipt he paid to bury our secret, now captioned for everyone to see, flexing like it was clean money. My ex posted the price of my silence to look big in front of his new fiancée and his whole family. He thought one screenshot would make him untouchable. He was wrong. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and let us know where you're listening from in the comments. My name is Aaliyah. I'm 27 years old, and this is what really happened. The ping hit my phone at 2:17 a.m. sharp, insistent, like a nail tapping glass. My bedroom stayed pitch black except for that blue glow slicing across my pillow. I grabbed it half asleep, thumb already swiping. His Instagram story loaded first. There it sat, the Ritz-Carlton Buckhead receipt, screen grabbed crisp, zoomed on the total. $4,800 for one night in the suite plus incidentals. Caption underneath, "Big moves only, no broke nights here." Laugh cry emoji, fire emoji. The kind of post that screams, "Look at me," without saying the words. My pulse slammed into my ears. Not from shock exactly, from recognition. That receipt wasn't random luxury. It was the exact charge he Venmo'd me pieces of over 6 months to keep my mouth shut. To keep his clean-cut image intact while he built a whole new life. I sat up slow, sheets tangled around my legs. The neighbor's low bass still vibrating the wall like it had been for hours. My mouth tasted metallic. I screenshotted everything. 3 times, just in case. We met at a late-night networking mixer in Midtown Atlanta, one of those rooftop things at the Whitley. String lights, open bar, people in blazers pretending they weren't sizing each other up. I was there pushing my freelance graphic design side hustle, business cards in my clutch, edges already curling from humidity. He was there too, tall, smooth-talking, Morehouse grad, worked in finance downtown, smiled like he knew something you didn't. We clicked over shared complaints about Atlanta traffic and overpriced cocktails. Numbers exchanged, drinks turned into late texts, texts turned into dinners at spots like STK, then weekends, then the suite at the Ritz because you deserve nice things. It felt real at first. He talked future, talked moving me out of my cramped Inman Park apartment, talked introducing me to his people at the next family cookout. I believed him enough to let my guard slip, enough to ignore the red flags when his phone stayed face down during dinner, enough to let him pull me closer even when his stories never quite lined up. Then the test came back positive. 2 pink lines in the bathroom of my favorite nail salon on Ponce. I sat on the closed toilet lid, staring at the stick while the dryer hummed next to me. Called him shaking. He didn't answer. Texted instead. "Handle it. I got you." No question, no discussion, just instructions. I booked the clinic myself, paid the deposit with my own card first, then he sent the rest. First Venmo, $2,500. Memo, for your piece. Second one a week later, $1,800. Memo, rest easy. Third, $1,500 scattered over 2 transfers. Memo, quiet comfort. I saved every screenshot, every notification, every timestamp. The night the final piece cleared, he called, voice low. "We good now, right? Clean slate." I said yes, voice steady. Inside, I was carving space, building distance. I accepted the money not because I wanted his pity, because I needed leverage. Because I knew one day the math would matter. He kept climbing after that. New job promotion announced on LinkedIn. New fiancé introduced at church brunch. Pretty, polished. Oh no. Sorority letters in her bio. Posts about date nights, future house hunting, future kids, future everything that didn't include me. I watched from mute, silent stories. No likes, no comments, just archived evidence stacking in a hidden folder labeled receipts. Until that 2 a.m. ping. Until he decided flexing was worth more than discretion. Until he posted the very document meant to bury the truth. Right there for his 8K followers, including his mama, his pastor uncle, his cousins, his fiancé's people. to see the price tag on my silence. I didn't scream, didn't throw the phone. I just stared at the screen. Let the rage settle into something colder, sharper, something useful. I still remember the smell of antiseptic and lavender hand sanitizer in that clinic waiting room. Sharp, clean, almost comforting in how sterile it felt. I sat there alone, legs crossed tight under a thin paper gown, staring at faded posters about nutrition and stress management. My phone buzzed once, his name on the screen. "You good?" That was it. No call, no offer to come sit with me. Just a check-in text like I was handling an errand. The procedure itself was quick, clinical. The nurse kept asking if I needed anything, her voice soft but professional. I shook my head each time. Afterward, they gave me crackers, ginger ale, a heating pad. I clutched the pad to my stomach like it could hold everything together. Drove myself home in silence. Parked in my spot behind the building. Walked up 3 flights with legs that felt borrowed. Collapsed on the couch, still in yesterday's clothes. He sent the last Venmo that same night, $1,500. Memo, quiet comfort. I stared at the notification longer than I should have. The money hit my account with a soft chime. Real, tangible proof that he thought this could be erased with zeros. I transferred it straight to savings. Didn't spend a dime. Not on takeout, not on new shoes, nothing. It sat there like evidence, like insurance. The weeks after blurred into gray. I stopped checking his stories, muted his posts, deleted our old threads, but kept the backups in a locked note app. Friends asked why I'd gone quiet. I said work was heavy, side hustle picking up. Truth was, I couldn't fake the smile anymore. Couldn't laugh at jokes about messy exes when mine had literally paid to rewrite the story. One night, I sat in my car outside the Waffle House on Moreland after a late design client call. Neon sign buzzing overhead, grease and coffee drifting through the cracked window. I opened the banking app. Saw the total from him. $5,800 spread across 5 transfers. Then I opened my investment app. The same money, every cent, had gone into index funds and a little Bitcoin when it dipped low in early 2025. Small moves, consistent, compounding quiet. I started therapy too. Virtual sessions on Tuesdays. My therapist listened without judgment when I finally said the words out loud. He got me pregnant, then he paid me to make it go away. She asked what I wanted from the money. I told her safety, leverage, a way to never need anyone like him again. She nodded, suggested journaling the timeline. I did. Dates, amounts, screenshots, voice memos he'd sent late at night begging me not to make this public. I saved them all. Meanwhile, he kept rising. Posted a picture at his new office. Glass walls, skyline view, caption, grinding pays off. Tagged his new fiancée in engagement announcement photos at Piedmont Park. She wore white linen, held flowers, smiled like the world had handed her a crown. Comments flooded. "Y'all deserve this. Power couple. God is good." I scrolled once, then never again. I moved out of that cramped Inman Park spot. Found a 1-bedroom in West Midtown. Better light, better parking. Started a print-on-demand merch line. Bold graphics, black girl magic vibes. Orders trickled in at first, then exploded after a local influencer reposted. Checks started coming. Real ones. Not hush money. My money. I kept the folder growing. Labeled simply evidence. Every receipt, every message, every memo that screamed guilt. I told myself it was for protection, in case he ever tried to flip the script. Deep down, I knew it was more. It was preparation, because silence isn't weakness. Sometimes it's strategy. And I was done being the secret he could afford to forget. Months passed like pages turning in someone else's book. I stopped looking over my shoulder every time my phone buzzed. Stopped flinching at notifications from his circle. I ghosted clean. No dramatic exit text, no final read receipt. Just gone. He never reached out to check. That silence told me everything I needed to know. I leaned hard into routine. Therapy every Tuesday at 7 p.m. sharp. Walks around the Beltline at sunrise when the city still felt asleep. New playlists, Zizia, Victoria Monet, old school Jill Scott, to drown out the echo of his voice. My apartment started feeling like mine. Plants on every windowsill. Art prints I designed myself taped above the couch. A Target run turned into new throw pillows, a soft gray blanket, candles that smelled like vanilla and cedar. Small anchors, proof I could build without him. The side hustle caught real fire. I launched a limited drop of graphic tees. Bold phrases like quiet money moves and receipts don't lie in sleek fonts over melanin-rich skin tones. Posted one story. Tagged a few local influencers. Orders doubled overnight, then tripled. Shopify dashboard lit up like fireworks. First big check hit, $3,200 in a single week. I stared at the deposit alert in my banking app, thumb hovering, then transferred half straight to high-yield savings. The rest I spent wisely. New laptop for faster renders. Better lighting kit for content. A notary appointment to officially register the business name. County court record. Hash 2025 CV 11873. Signed by notary public on file. Legal. Mine. I kept investing the hush money too. Oh, every transfer he'd sent, $5,800 total, went into a mix of S&P 500 ETFs and a cautious slice of Ethereum when it corrected in spring 2025. Watched the balance creep, then climb. Compounding became my new favorite word. No flash, no flex posts, just numbers growing in the background like roots under concrete. He, on the other hand, stayed loud. New LinkedIn, headline, Senior Analyst Vertical Bar Driving Impact in FinTech. Posted gym mirror selfies with the caption, Discipline over everything. Engagement pics at a vineyard outside the city. Her in a flowy dress, him in linen, toasting with champagne flutes. Comments rolled in. Family hearts, church friends praying hands, co-workers hyping future misses. I saw it all in passing. Friends would screenshot and send with, You good? I'd reply, Never better, and mean it. One afternoon, I sat at my kitchen island, laptop open, finalizing invoice for a corporate branding client. Sun slanted through the blinds, warming my forearms. Phone buzzed, a group chat notification from an old college friend. She'd forwarded his latest post. Him and the fiancé at a rooftop brunch spot downtown, mimosas raised. Caption, Blessed and highly favored. I zoomed in on his smile. Same one he used on me. Same easy charm. Nothing had changed for him. Everything had for me. I closed the tab. Opened my investment dashboard instead. Balance, $22,400 and ticking up. Not life-changing yet, but directional. I sipped my matcha, extra hot, no foam, and let the warmth spread through my chest. This wasn't revenge yet. This was preparation. Quiet stacking, invisible wins. Because the best glow-ups don't announce themselves. They just arrive fully formed while everyone else is still posting filters. That night, the ping shattered everything. 2:17 a.m. exact. My phone vibrated hard against the nightstand wood, buzzing insistent, pulling me from shallow sleep. I reached out blind. Fingers brushed cold metal edges, swiped up. Screen blasted light into my eyes. His story loaded slow on spotty Wi-Fi. Then it hit. The Ritz-Carlton receipt screenshot, crisp, detailed. $4,800 glaring in bold. Incidentals line itemed out. Caption, Big moves only, no broke nights here. Emojis mocking me, his whole feed watching. My thumb froze mid-scroll. Skin prickled under the sheets, goosebumps rising fast like static. I pinched zoom, saw the date stamp, matched our last hotel night perfectly, the one where he whispered, This stays between us, while counting out cash alternatives via app. Rage built low in my gut, twisted tight. I screenshotted the post. Then his profile. Then every linked story before it vanished in 24 hours. Hands shook slightly, nails digging into palm as I gripped the phone harder. This wasn't accident, not oversight. He posted it deliberate. To flex wealth he didn't earn alone. Wealth tangled in secrets. My secrets. Our shared mess. The receipt screamed exposure. Not just the money trail, the why behind it. I sat up, back against headboard, fabric rough on bare shoulders, pulled up our old Venmo history. Every transfer time-stamped. Memos like, "For your peace," glowing accusatory. I copied them all, pasted into the evidence folder, added his new post as tab 1. Shock morphed into something sharper. Realization hit like fingertips on hot stove. Quick recoil, then burn. He never saw our deal as binding, never respected the unspoken NDA, just a transaction to him. Disposable, forgettable. But posting it? That turned his flex into my opening. Proof he couldn't keep quiet. Proof his ego outweighed caution. I opened my notes app, typed fast. Timeline refreshed. Pregnancy test date, clinic visit, first payment. Added tonight's screenshot with metadata intact. Fingers flew across glass, smooth, warm from overuse. Then I messaged my girl from Spelman, now a paralegal downtown. Need advice? Discreet. She replied instant. Call me tomorrow. We'll map it. No tears came, just clarity. Cold touch of resolve settling over skin like frost on windowpane. This humiliation? His mistake. My pivot point. Because silence breaks when the wrong person speaks first, and he just handed me the microphone. Morning light cut through the blinds in thin gold stripes across my kitchen floor. I sat at the island counter, coffee steaming untouched, laptop open to a blank Google Doc titled Timeline Final. Fingers hovered over keys. No rush. Precision mattered now. First, I pulled every file from the hidden folder. Venmo receipts exported as PDF. Screenshots time-stamped with metadata. Clinic confirmation email. Redacted personal details. His late-night voice memos saved as audio clips, each one starting with, "Look, we can't let this get out." I dragged them into chronological order, created subfolders, payments, texts, audio, clinic. Then a master PDF compilation, pages numbered, watermarked with today's date, professional, undeniable. I texted my Spellman sister, Keisha, the paralegal. "Can we hop on a quick call?" Need eyes on something sensitive. She replied within minutes. "Lunch break at 1. My office or yours?" I chose mine. Neutral ground. She arrived in blazer and loafers, carrying a legal pad and her signature red-bottom knockoffs. We sat on the couch. I handed her the iPad with the folder open. She scrolled slow, brows lifted at the memos, paused on the $4,800 writ screenshot he'd posted. "This fool really put the hush money on blast?" Me. To flex. Didn't think I'd see it. Keisha. "He just gave you admissible context, no NDA on record, no formal agreement, just sloppy digital breadcrumbs." She leaned back, crossed her legs. "Public blast would go viral, but messy. Family exposure hits different. Quieter, deeper, permanent. His mama's church circle? His dad's golf buddies? That's leverage he can't delete. We mapped it out on her legal pad." Step 1. Anonymous drop to the messy cousin, Jaden, the one who screenshots everything and forwards to the group chat before thinking. Step 2. Burner email to the fiancé with just enough context to spark questions. Blurred clinic line, but visible date match. Step 3. Let family pressure do the rest. No direct confrontation from me. Surgical, deniable. Keisha tapped her pen. "You got proof of transfers from his joint account?" I nodded. Pulled up bank statements showing the source. His parents shared checking. "They gifted him condo money. Looks like he dipped into family funds for this too." She whistled low. "That's the kill shot. Inheritance strings attached." We agreed. No public posts, no TikTok rants, no subtweets. Just targeted leaks. Traceable enough to scare him, anonymous enough to protect me. She suggested a VPN for any uploads. Proton mail for burners. Signal for coordination. Keep your hands clean. Let his ego do the heavy lifting. After she left, I stood at the window. Atlanta's skyline hazy in afternoon heat. Traffic hummed below. I felt the shift inside, anger cooling into focus. No more victim script. This was chess now, and I just positioned my queen. Because the loudest silence comes right before the truth speaks for itself. I waited 3 days. Let the post expire naturally from his story archive. Let him think the flex landed clean, no backlash, No questions. Then I moved. First target, Jaden. The cousin everyone calls messy for a reason. Always the first to screenshot drama and drop it in the family thread like confetti. I created a fresh Proton Mail account. No name, no profile pic. Attached a single file. Cropped version of the Ritz receipt plus one Venmo screenshot showing $2,500 from his joint account to mine. Memo visible. For your peace. Subject line blank. Body. Just 3 words. Ask your cousin. Send it at 8:42 p.m. on a Thursday. Prime family chat hours. Post-dinner, pre-Netflix. I watched my sent folder. Read receipt enabled. Opened at 8:47. Then nothing. Silence stretched. I closed the laptop. Went to bed. Heart steady. Next morning, my phone lit with a forwarded screenshot from Keisha. She'd asked a mutual to keep eyes open. Jaden had posted the email attachment straight to the group chat. No context. Just the images and, "Yo, WTF, is this?" Reaction emojis flooded in. Shocked faces, question marks, praying hands from the older aunts. Then silence for an hour. Then his mama typed, "Jaden, take this down right now." Too late. Screenshots already spreading. He responded at 10:14 a.m. "That's old business. Fake anyway. Don't feed into it." Classic gaslight. Short, defensive. No denial of the account numbers. No explanation of the memo. Just deflection. The chat kept buzzing. His fiancée chimed in. "Babe, what is this?" Heart emoji. Then crickets from him. I refreshed my burner email. No replies. Good. Didn't need them. The seed was planted. Family doubt works slow but deep, like roots cracking concrete over time. I went about my day. Client call at noon. Shipped merch orders. Picked up dry cleaning. Normal. Boring. Controlled. By evening, the group chat had splintered. Side threads popped up. Cousins asking questions. Uncle, the pastor, texted him privately. Leaked later via Jaden. "Son, we need to talk. Church don't play with this kind of mess." His replies grew shorter, more clipped. "It's nothing. Handled. Old drama." I sat on my balcony as the sun dipped behind the skyline. City lights flickering on one by one. Breeze cool against my arms. I opened the investment app for the first time in days. Balance, $24,100. Up another $700 in passive gains. I smiled small. Not triumphant yet, just steady. The ripple had started. Confusion turning to suspicion. Suspicion turning to pressure. He could gaslight one person, not an entire bloodline. Because when the family starts asking, how much, the real receipts come due. Saturday morning arrived humid and bright. Atlanta's sun already pressing against the windows by 9 a.m., I brewed tea, chamomile, no caffeine today, and opened my laptop at the dining table. The family group chat screenshots Keisha forwarded last night still glowed on my second monitor. His gaslighting hadn't stuck. Questions multiplied overnight. His fiancée's "Babe Explain" sat unanswered for 12 hours. Time to turn up the heat without showing my face. I created another burner, temporary Gmail through a VPN tunnel, no traceable IP. Attached the full Ritz receipt scan, clinic incidental line blurred pixelated, but date and amount range still legible next to the suite charge. Added one more Venmo screenshot, the $1,500. Quiet comfort transfer from his joint account. Subject, you deserve to know before the brunch. Body, single sentence. Check the dates. Ask him about February 12th last year. Sent it to her public business email, the one listed on her Instagram bio for wedding inquiries. Red receipt pinged green in under 90 seconds. Opened. No reply. Expected. She'd either confront or bury it. Either way, motion created. By noon, the ripple reached critical mass. Keisha texted. Brunch setup pics just dropped in a side chat. Fiancé looks tight-lipped. He's posting forced smiles. I didn't check socials. Didn't need to. I showered instead. Let hot water run over shoulders until skin pinked. Dressed in loose linen. Comfort over cute. Grabbed my keys for a quick Target run. Routine kept me grounded. Afternoon texts from mutuals started trickling. You see this drama? His mama just called somebody crying. I replied vague. Haven't looked. But inside I pictured it. Her her scrolling the email on her phone under the table at some bougie bottomless brunch spot downtown. Mimosa untouched, face hardening as puzzle pieces clicked. Then the confrontation, low voice at first, then rising, him stammering excuses, table going quiet, waitstaff pretending not to hear. Keisha called at 3:47 p.m., voice hushed like she was hiding in her car. Fiancé walked out mid-brunch, left her purse on the chair. Mama followed her to the parking lot begging her to stay. He's still there, trying to play it off like misunderstanding. Me. And the mama? Keisha. She's spiraling. Texted the group asking who sent the email. Nobody claiming. But she knows it's real. Dates match his old stories. Chaos leaked outward. His pastor uncle posted a vague prayer emoji chain in his stories, code for family trouble. Cousins flooded private DMs asking for tea. He went radio silent online. No damage control post. No ignore the haters caption. Just absence, the loudest tell. I stood in my kitchen later, chopping bell peppers for dinner. Knife steady against wood, rhythm even. The scent of garlic and onion filled the air, sharp, grounding. My phone stayed face down on the counter. Notifications muted. I didn't need real-time updates anymore. The machine was running itself. He'd posted one receipt to look big. Now the whole stack was unraveling thread by thread, and his people, the ones whose approval he chased hardest, were the ones pulling. Because when the mask slips in front of family, there's no filter strong enough to fix it. The call came Sunday afternoon, 4:22 p.m. unknown number with a 404 area code, Atlanta local. I let it ring twice, watched the screen light my palm, then answered on the speaker. Placed the phone flat on the coffee table next to my half-finished sketch pad. A woman's voice, soft, trembling, southern drawl thickened by tears. Is this Aaliyah? Me. Who's asking? Her. This is Miss Evelyn, his mama. I got your number from Keisha's cousin. She said you might talk to me. Pause stretched long. I heard her breathing uneven. Tissue rustling. Background murmur of a TV on low, probably gospel channel. I stayed quiet, let her fill it. Miss Evelyn. I don't even know where to start. The emails, the receipts, the dates. My baby boy, he told us it was all lies. Made up mess from somebody jealous. But the bank statements came through this morning. From our joint account. Transfers I never approved. And that clinic charge buried in the hotel bill? Her voice cracked. Did he make you? I exhaled slow, kept tone even, firm. February last year. Positive test. He said handle it, sent money after, told me to stay quiet so he could keep building his picture-perfect life. She sobbed once, sharp, muffled, then, Lord have mercy. I raised him better, or I thought I did. Another pause. His fiancée left last night, packed a bag while he was still at brunch trying to explain. She won't answer his calls. My brother, the pastor, called an emergency family FaceTime tonight. 7 p.m. He wants everyone on, including you, if you're willing. I leaned forward, elbows on knees. Why me, Miss Evelyn? Because he's still lying, still saying you're the one who sent everything to hurt him. I need to hear it from you. Straight, no filter. So he can't twist it anymore. I considered it. Clock on the wall ticked steady. Sunlight slanted lower across the hardwood. I'll join. Video off, no recording from my end. But he talks. Full timeline. Or I hang up. Her. Thank you. God bless you, child. I'll text the link. 7 p.m. Sharp. Zoom link arrived. I clicked in from my laptop. Camera disabled. Mic muted at first. Screen filled with faces. His mama center frame, eyes red-rimmed. Pastor uncle top right in clerical collar. Cousins scattered. Fiancé absent, gone for good. Him bottom left. Shirt wrinkled. Hairline beaded with sweat, eyes darting. Miss Evelyn spoke first. Aaliyah's here. Video off for privacy, but she's listening. Son, tell the truth. All of it. Right now. He opened his mouth. Closed it. Tried again. Voice thin. Mama, this is blown out of proportion. Pastor uncle cut in. Deep baritone. No more excuses. Dates. Amounts. What happened February last year? Speak. Silence dragged. Then he broke. Shoulders slumped. She got pregnant. I panicked. Told her to handle it. Paid for the clinic. Paid after to keep it quiet. I was starting with Brianna. Couldn't let it ruin everything. Gasps rippled through frames. His mama covered her mouth, tears fresh. One cousin muttered, "Damn, man." Pastor Uncle shook his head slow. "You paid a woman to erase your child so you could propose to another? In front of God and family?" He kept going, halting, voice cracking. Admitted the Venmo memos. The Ritz night. The quiet comfort labels. Every detail I'd compiled. On record. Multiple witnesses. No takebacks. Miss. Evelyn looked straight at the camera, even though she couldn't see me. "Aaliyah, I'm so sorry for what he did, for what he cost you." Me. I didn't come for sorry. I came so the truth stops hiding. I stayed another 5 minutes, heard the family turn on him, voices overlapping, disappointment thick. Then I left the meeting, closed the laptop, stood in the middle of my living room. City noise faint through the glass. He'd confessed. On camera, to his blood. No delete button for that, because some receipts you can't burn. They just get read aloud in front of everybody who ever believed your lie. The fallout rolled in like aftershocks following a quake. Monday morning, his LinkedIn went dark. No new posts, no activity. By Tuesday afternoon, whispers reached his firm's HR inbox. Anonymous tips with attached screenshots of the family FaceTime confession clip. Someone in the Zoom had screen recorded. Not me. One of the cousins, probably Jaden again. The email chain leaked further. Unprofessional conduct outside work hours reflecting poorly on company values? His manager called him in for an urgent discussion. Offer for the senior promotion, already verbal, rescinded quietly. Paperwork never finalized. He was left holding the same analyst title, same desk, same sideways glances from coworkers who'd seen the church prayer posts. His dad stepped in next. Not with support, with consequences. The condo down payment had come from a family trust fund, tied to good behavior clauses nobody ever thought would trigger. Monday evening text from Miss Evelyn to the group, forwarded to me later. "Your father and I talked. The transfers from our joint account violated the terms. Access frozen until further notice." He lost the safety net. Car note still in his name, but payments now his problem alone. No more gifts for the wedding venue deposit, no backup plan. I heard the fiancée had blocked him everywhere, changed her number, unfollowed his entire family, posted one cryptic story, a single black square with white text, "Protecting my peace." Then nothing. Mutual said she moved back in with her parents in Decatur. Therapy booked. Ring returned via certified mail. Clean break. Meanwhile, my world kept turning upward. I opened the investment app Wednesday night, curled on the couch with chamomile steaming beside me. Balance stared back. $141,200. The original $5,800 in hush payments, plus disciplined monthly additions from merch profits, had ridden the 2025 bull run hard. Ethereum doubled twice. ETFs compounded steady. Crypto dips bought low. No day trading, just patience, quiet accumulation. Numbers that didn't need captions or likes. I didn't post about it. No, from the trenches to the penthouse reel. Just subtle shifts. New camera lens for content shoots. Upgraded chair for long design hours. Weekend trip to Savannah booked solo. No tags, no stories. Friends noticed the glow. "You look different. Good different." I smiled. Said, "Healing looks good on me." Thursday, I walked the Beltline at dusk. Sky streaked orange and pink. Runners passed. Couples laughed. Food trucks hummed. My phone stayed silent. No more anonymous drops needed. The machine had finished its work. His ego posted one receipt. His lies unraveled the rest. Family ties severed. Finances strained. Reputation cracked. Job security gone. Future plans shredded. I stopped at a bench overlooking the skyline. Sat, let the evening breeze lift strands of hair from my neck. Felt the weight lift. Not all at once, but piece by piece. The money he'd paid to silence me had become the foundation I stood on. Independent, untouchable, thriving. He'd tried to bury the truth under a flex post. Instead, he buried himself. And I rose from the dirt he thought would hold me. Because real power doesn't shout. It compounds. It waits. It wins without ever raising its voice. February 19th, 2026. I woke up to sunlight spilling across white sheets. No alarm, no rush. Just quiet, the kind that feels earned. I stretched slow, rolled over, checked the investment dashboard out of habit. Balance, $152,300. Another quiet jump overnight. Passive, relentless. The money he sent to erase me had multiplied into something he could never touch again. I made coffee, dark roast, no sugar. Sat on the balcony in an oversized tee and socks. Atlanta sprawled below, cars crawling on the connector, cranes turning in the distance, skyline sharp against pale blue. Same view I'd stared at during the worst nights. Now it looked different, smaller, manageable. Mine. His name hadn't crossed my feed in months. Mutuals stopped sending updates. The family chat imploded after the FaceTime confession. Miss? Evelyn reached out once more, private text, no group. I'm praying for you, baby, and I'm ashamed of what he did, I replied once. Thank you, I'm good. Then archived the thread. No need to keep reopening wounds that had already scarred over stronger. He faded. Job stalled at entry-level analyst. No promotions, no networking events. Last I heard through a loose connection, living back in his parents' basement in East Point, car repossessed, fiancé long gone, married someone else 6 months later, small ceremony in Savannah. He tried 1 week apology DM in November 2025. Can we talk? I messed up bad. Blocked before he could finish typing the next line. I didn't need his sorry. Didn't need closure from the person who broke it. I built my own. Merch line expanded, now in select boutiques around the city. Added custom branding packages for small Black-owned businesses. Waitlist for design consults 3 months deep. Therapy wrapped last fall. Sessions turned into occasional check-ins. Hair thriving, skin clear, energy steady, body moving like it finally belonged to me again. One afternoon last week, I walked past the Ritz-Carlton Buckhead. Same valet stand, same gold lettering. I didn't flinch, didn't speed up, just kept my pace. Let the memory pass like traffic. The receipt he posted to Flex became the receipt that undid him. His whole world saw the price tag. Not just on a hotel night, but on his character, on his choices, on the soul he tried to hide behind emojis and captions. I let his own hand expose him. Let family pressure crack the facade. Let consequences land without me lifting another finger. No public clapback, no viral thread. Just strategic silence and compounding truth. Now I'm here, quiet rich, healed, free, posting nothing flashy, just occasional sunsets, coffee pours, new sketches. Living proof that revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers numbers growing in the background while the other person's life quietly collapses. He posted that receipt to look big. I let his whole world see the receipt on his soul. Now I'm quiet rich, healed, and free. Sometimes the best revenge is letting their own lies bury them. Want more stories like this? Like, subscribe, and let's talk in the comments.